Hello my beautiful fashionistas, welcome back to Yvonne Winnie Frejuji. Today we are making this beautiful bustier blouse and it has sleeves as you see and a yoke. The special part here is a yoke. The bottom continuation came as an accident, but I loved the outcome as I'll be explaining. So this is the back. It has that V neckline and just a zipper, and like that is all. So guys, it came out beautiful. I loved everything, and if you really want to see how I cut everything from the pattern drafting to the sewing of this top, let us start. So I'm going to start by using a pencil and I'll mark the wanted parts with a blue marker. So to start off guys, we start by marking the starting line. Some people call it the shoulder line. On top here I've just left half an inch and I marked this line. And from this line guys, anyways, before that, this is going to be our center front. We are drafting the front pattern first. So from our starting line, I'm marking downwards to the bust line, and in this case the bust line I'm working with is 11 inches. So I mark it on different points so that I can create or mark a straight horizontal line like this. Then going back from the starting line at the top, I'm going downwards to mark the under bust line, and in this case it is at the 14.5 inches mark. So mark it at different points also, and then connect those points to form a straight line. Then next we are just going to mark the waistline, and in this case it is at the 17-inch mark, just as you see me marking. Then connect a straight line like this. So guys, those are the first markings that we need today. It is best to label them. This is the waistline, the under bust line, and the bust line. The starting line is our shoulder line. So after that guys, I'm going to mark 3.5 inches, which is the neckline width, and 4 inches for my neckline depth. Then also I'm marking 8 inches sewing allowance inclusive, 8 inches, which is half of the shoulder measurement. Then at that 8-inch mark, I've gone down by 1 inch to form the shoulder slant, and I'm connecting to the neckline width, just as you see like that. Then remember, the neckline that we are using in this case is curved, so I curve simply like this. So that's what I have so far. So from this neckline slant or shoulders, oh guys, I'm sorry, not neckline slant, this is the shoulder slant. I'm going down by 8 inches, which is half of my armhole measurement. You can even get that point by dividing your bust measurement by 6, then you add 1.5 inches. So getting that line gives us the chest line. So now we have the chest line, which is this, there where the armhole ends. So we connect back to the shoulder slant like that, a straight line, simply like that. So that is the chest line. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this armhole, or oh my god, what am I saying? Anyway, yes guys, armhole line, and at the midpoint I went inside or inwards by half an inch to form this curved armhole like that, and this is only for the front. So next guys, I'm going to get the nipple to nipple measurement and divide it by 2. In this case it is 8, dividing it by 2 I get 4. So I've marked 4 inches at the bust line, under bust line, and the waistline, and then connect to form this new line like that. So along or on either sides of this new line, at the waistline and the under bust line, towards the center front, guys, I'm going to mark half an inch towards the center front, half an inch. So from this line towards the center front, half an inch, like that. And then towards the sides from that line, I'm going to be marking 1.5 inches. So from that line, the new line that we formed towards the sides, 1.5 inches, just at the under bust and the waistline, and then use my blue marker to mark just straight lines, just as you see. So guys, all together we've contoured our dart by 2 inches all together. So from the bust line, I'm coming down by 1 inch, and I'm going to connect to the already formed lines. So just watch what I'm doing. So it is a curve here like this, and on the other side you can use a straight line, or you can still make simple curves like this. So in this case, we are contouring the dart to form our bustier. This is how a bustier is formed. So now guys, remember here where we have our shoulder slant. So I'm getting the midpoint of that shoulder slant also. So here, getting the midpoint, which is here, I'm going to connect from this midpoint to the bust line. Just follow what I'm doing. This is just a straight line like this. So then I'm going to measure what I have from the bust line to the under bust line here, and I have about 3.5 inches. So from the bust line going upwards on this line, I'm going to mark 3.5 inches, but I decided to add just half an inch, so I marked 4 inches here like this, like that. So at that point also, I'm going to mark 1 inch on either sides of this line, 1 inch on either sides, and then connect from those points back to the 1 inch that we went down below the bust line, like this, with curved lines. Remember, this is where the breast sits. It is not supposed to be pointy, so curve it a little bit, not even a little bit, curve it properly. Then afterwards, I'm going to just connect into the chest line with a simple curve like this, like that. And now guys, I have to determine where I want my yoke part to stop, the yoke part to stop, or where I want the bustier to start. So in this case, I went with 8 inches from the starting line on top. From the top, I measured 8 inches. You can even measure 1.5 inches from the bust line going upwards, but I didn't want it to be too deep, so I went with 8 inches from the top. And also, I'm just going to create here a simple sweetheart neckline like that. Don't make it too deep still, so that when you're sewing, you don't have a lot of complications. So this is the unwanted part. The shaded parts are the unwanted parts. The top one is the yoke, but since we have the yoke, we have to close this part here like this. So because of the yoke, we need that part, but we don't need it for the bustier, so you have to differentiate that. And after that, I'm just going to highlight with a blue marker all the wanted lines that we are going to be using, or where we will be cutting like this. So now guys, after this, we have to input our body measurements. So first, at the chest line, I'm going to input 1/4 of the bust measurement, which is about here. And then remember, we have this dart intake, or the dart that we took out, which is about 1 inch. I'm going to add it on the side there, don't forget that. Then again, also at the waistline, I'm going to mark 1/4 of the waist measurement, then add the 2 inches that intake back here. It's like we borrowed and we have to put it back to pay our debt. So after that, guys, I'm just going to connect those 2 points on the sides like this. And at this point, this is all that we need for our bustier and the yoke part. So here I'm just going to also highlight our lines like this, and that is all. Then make sure everywhere you have like a pointy point. Make sure you like carve and label. The center fold will be on fold, so you have to label that. And this is our side front pieces, and there will be 2. So I think you're seeing how we are cutting. First we cut out the yoke part, then our bustier. So remember, the shaded parts are the unwanted. We don't need those ones, so you put them away like that, and you remain with these other pieces. So this is our yoke. So these are our front pieces. Then for the back, guys, it is simple. Still mark the starting line, which is the shoulder line. Then along that line, mark 3.5 inches for the neckline width, then 8 inches for the half of the shoulder measurement. Then go down by 1/2 inch and create that shoulder slant. Then mark from that, the chest line, which is 8 inches from the shoulder slant, then the bust line, and also the waist line, simply just as we did for the front. So at the back, we don't have the under bust line because we don't have breasts at the back. And also at the back, guys, if you're going to add a zipper, add 1 inch before your center back. Then after that, guys, I'm marking still the half of the nipple to nipple measurement, in this case, which is 4 inches along the chest line, bust line, and the waistline. Then connect this line like this, and along that line, that is where we are going to do our dart contouring or dart manipulation. So from the chest line, I'm going down by 1 inch like this, and now we are going to input our dart. So on the either sides of this line, I'm marking 1/2 inch, and I'm going to connect to the 1 inch that is just below the chest line, and this is just for the back. So from there, I connect like that. So that dart contouring that we are using for the back is just 1 inch, and it is like mainly along the waistline. So remember, if you're adding zipper, add the 1 inch, or if you will remember, you will add it when you're cutting on the fabric. So next, guys, remember we have the yoke part. This is our back yoke, and for the neckline that I want to use for the back is just a V neckline that connects from the neckline width to the center, to the chest line, guys. And it is simply like this. It is a straight line, but you can even make it a little curved. And now this is the chest line, remember. So along the chest line, I'm going to mark. Anyways, before all that, let me show you. So for the back armhole, guys, let me first mark here 1/4 of the bust measurement. Then I'm going to connect these points to form the back armhole. It's not similar as the front that we used. For the back, you just connect simply as you've seen me there. Then guys, here at the waistline, I'm going to mark a quarter of the waist measurement plus the 1 inch that intake, and that will be all. And connect those points like that. By the way guys, I think you're seeing that I'm not adding the sewing allowances. I'll be adding all those when I'm cutting onto fabric. But if you might forget, you can add all those here, but me, I'll just add all the sewing allowances when I'm cutting at the fabric. So guys, I have to remove the zipper bulge here, so I'm marking 1/2 inch along the waistline here, and I'm just going to connect back into the chest line like this. So mark away 1/2 inch from the center back along the waistline to remove the zipper bulge, and then label your pieces, and like that is all for the back. So show how, you know, like somebody's supposed to cut them. Label your center back, your side back pieces, label which side goes where, and take away the dirt, then and cut all the other parts that you need for the back. Remember, we need the yoke and the other back pieces. So this is all for the back, and this is all also for the front pieces. So guys, next I'll be showing you, in the next video I'll be showing you how I cut on fabric and how I sew everything. Make sure to watch that video next. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here with me. Hope you've learned something.